Okay, dah semai. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our press conference with Snail Press. We will deliver about being in relationship while studying at university, and then we will very happy to take your question. I am sure you have been warned before, but if everyone could just turn off their cell phone and put their beepers on vibrate, that would be great. And when you ask your question, if you could please identify yourself and your news organization. First of all, I will introduce speaker today. Beside me, Prof. Nadiah from Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying. Mr. Mus from Student Representative. Dr. Ain from Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying. Ms. Dini, Student Representative. And me, myself, Balqis from Faculty of Art and Design. Okay. Students in relationship may find it hard to strike an easy balance between studying and seeing their partner. A lot of students nowadays get involved in relationship. Somehow, students are getting careless because of their relationship. Due to immaturity, it may result to some negative and positive outcomes. Negative outcome may be in which students will get unfocused in their study. Based on study by John and Massey, students may prioritizing their relationship with their partners make their time less to study. Meanwhile, from the positive outcome, it may inspire them to study more. Next, I will pass to the next speaker, Mr. Mus, who will explain more about our objective.
Okay, thank you for Balqis. So, there are three objectives in our research. Firstly, I will explain one of these three objectives. Our first objective in this research is to study why students prefer to be in relationship while studying. So, from our research, we found that there are three main reasons why students prefer to be in a relationship while studying, which are to increase performance in study. Second, to encourage each other, and lastly, to them it is just natural to have relationship. Okay, so next I will pass to next speaker, Prof. Nadiah, for future explain of the remaining objectives.
Thank you, Mr. Mus. Second, our objective is to compare whether being in relationship give advantages and disadvantages to students' performance. As we know, students nowadays prefer to have a partner among students at their university or having partner among students from others university. Sometimes having relationship give advantages which is by encourage them to study and also have disadvantages whereby they unfocus on study. Because of that, it will affect student performance and also at the same time help to improve student performance. Lastly, our objective is to identify what is the effect of being in relationship to an academic performance. According to Furman 2002, young people spend most of their time thinking about, talking about, and being in a romantic relationship. In 1990, Goffright stated that the development of academic motivation in accounting students is an important goal to attain because of its apparent effect on improving the desire to learn, as well as for students' effective school functioning. Next, I will pass to our next speaker, Dr. Ain, for further explain about our scope of study.
Thank you, Prof. Nadiah. Our team has conducted the study at UiTM Seri Iskandar, Perak. The targets of our respondents are from degree students, which are around 50 respondents. We have selected our respondents from Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying, and also from Faculty of Arts and Design. Based on our data collection, students from Faculty of Architecture, Planning and Surveying consist of estate management, quantity surveying, architecture, and also construction technology. Meanwhile, students from Faculty of Arts and Design consist of graphic designs. Next, I would pass to our last speaker, Ms. Dini, to explain on our methodology.
Thank you, Dr. Ain. I will explain to the methodology of our study. The method to be used in research is quantitative. Okay, it is because the sources of the data from the primary data. The data collected come from the questionnaire, and the questionnaire will be distributed to respondent. Besides that, secondary data come from the books, articles, journals, and others. The number of the respondent involved was 69 people. Questionnaire will be an instrument for the research to get the data. Thank you. Any question for the floor?
Shahira from New Street Time. I would like to ask a question, Prof. Balqis. Do you think having relationship affects studies? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. I think not really, because I think it depends on that person itself. If they choose to have relationship, that's their choice. Because to me, I think if they know how to balance between studying and love, it's not problem, and their study will not affected, or maybe it will encourage them more to study. Thank you.
Is Azman Bilyas. I am a reporter from The Star. May I ask you a question, Professor Nadiah? Do you think why they choose to be single instead to be in relationship? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Wan. I think the reason why they choose to be single, because they have more time for themselves, whether going out with their friends or prioritizing their studies instead they have relationship. Thank you.
Alice from Onion News. May I ask you a question to Dr. Ain? Do you think they always help one another in studying? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Based on our findings, most of students state that they did not help one another in studies. I don't know why, but in my opinion, they should help each other in academics so they can improve their academic performance by sharing their knowledge.
Awang News. This question I dedicated to Mr. Most. As student, do you think your study getting worse because of relationship? Please, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the question. I don't think so. I think the reason their study getting worse because of themselves, not because of their relationship status. So from what I saw, the main reason why their study is getting worse because they don't know how to manage between studying and their love life. Due to that, their study getting worse and they become unfocused in class.
I'm Adawia from Saari News. May I ask you a question, Miss Dini? Do you think them having relationship for just fun? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question. I don't think so. Because based on our research, we found that most of our respondents are from an age of 23 years old and above. Stated that they have a relationship not for fun. As we can see, they were mature enough to think that having relationship at their age was not for fun. Thank you.
From Cosmo, I would like to ask Professor Nadiah. Do you think having relationship inspire them more? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Miss Hani. Yes, I think yes because some of them feel inspired with their partner. So as we can see, nowadays student tends to have relationship among their classmate, coursemate, and so on because they feel inspired with their partner because his or her performance in academic. Thank you.
Very good evening. My name is Ahmad and I'm a reporter from Daily News. This question I dedicated to Miss Dini. Do you think it's better to share everything with your partner? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Amir. In my opinion, I think it is okay to share everything with our partners because some of us think that our partners are the most trusted people we have others than our parents. Beside that, based on our research, we got the most of our respondents feel comfortable to share everything with their partners. Thank you.
Data harian, I want to ask to Mr. Most, how long usually a relationship lasts long? Please, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. That's a good question. So, based on our research, we found that usually relationship can last long about more than 2 years. For my opinions, I think that relationship can last more than 2 years if they can compromise each other.
From the start, Dr. Ain, did having relationship encourage them to study? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Based on our findings, most of students think that it did not encourage them to study. But I don't think so, because from my point of view, some of them think that having relationship encourage them to study more due to their partners.
I'm Mimi. I'm from Let's Cantik magazine. I want to ask you, Professor Balqis, what is the difference between single and taken's academic performance? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question. To me, there are no difference between single and taken student academic performance. Based on our data collected that we got, it showed that 88% of them perform in their study, whereby their CGPA from last semester in range of 3 to 4 pointer. So, it showed that either you are in relationship or not, you also can perform in study as long as you know how to manage it. As we can conclude from our research, having relationship while studying may result from negative and positive outcomes. So, as student, you must know how to balance between your study and love. I know it may hard for them, but if you can balance between these two things, your academic performance maybe will not affected. Hence, the data collected from this study indicated that relationship status did not have significant effect on their academic performance. Thank you. Okay, the next person, please. I guess there are no further question. Thank you. Thank you very much. This will conclude the press conference today. Thank you.
Snail place. Snail. Okay, dia rekod tu. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah. Mudahkanlah ya Allah. Dia di situ.
Nadiah kaku. Relax. Okay.
Thank you, Prof. Nadiah. Our team has conducted this study at UiTM Service Iskandar Perak. The targets of our respondents are from degree students which are from... Oh my God. Okay, thank you, Dr. Ain. Thank you, Dr. Ain. I will explain on the methodology of our study. The method to be used in research is quantitative. It is because the sources of the data from the primary data, the data collected come from the questionnaire, and the questionnaire will be distributed to respondents. Besides that, the secondary data come from. I'm so sorry. Can I explain? Okay. The data collected come from the questionnaire, and the questionnaire will be distributed to respondents. Besides that, secondary data come from the books, articles, journals, and others. The respondent. Oh no! The questionnaire will be distributed to respondents. Besides that, secondary data come from the books, journals, and articles. For the question, I don't think so. I think the reason they are study getting worse because of themselves, not because of their relationship. Relationship. Okay, thank you very much. This will conclude the fact. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sabar, aku nak save.
Nadiah, do you think why they choose to be single instead to be in relationship? Thank you. Question. I want to ask you, Miss Ain from Tessa. Dr. Ain, did having relationship encourage them to study? Yes, please, thank you. From Tessa. Dr. Ain, did having relationship encourage them to study? Please, thank you. From Let's Cantik magazine. I want to ask Professor Nadiah Balqis, what is the difference between single and taken student academic performance? Thank you.
Membalik kuliah.